Hello friends, welcome. In this series of videos we're working on different labs that you should be doing if you're preparing for the AZ-104 Microsoft Azure Administrator exam. In the last few videos we were working on this particular section, lab 08, to manage the virtual machines. We have already completed all of these 6 different tasks. In this particular video there is actually a task 7 that is not listed in this header. If you go down to the very bottom and you'll see the scale, compute and storage for Azure Virtual Machine scale set. The scale set we have already deployed in the last video. In this video we're going to work on this particular task and we'll end the series. So let's get to it. In this Azure portal, go to this virtual machine scale set blade and click size. So let's go to our Azure instance. Let's find our virtual machine scale set. How do you know? Right there it is. And then click on size, and from the size select standard DS1 V2 is what we need. So let's DS1 V2 is that one, and click on resize. So that's resizing your disk size that you're using within the virtual machine scale set. And while it's happening, in the settings section, click on instances and select the checkboxes. So let's go to our instances first and check both of them, and click on upgrade, and then when prompted for confirmation click yes. Okay, so next I'm wondering if I should wait for this. Okay, so that is already done. So updated the virtual machine scale set, so I can do the upgrade over here and just say yes. So the upgrade process is now running. Now the next one in the list of instances, click the entry representing the first instance, and on the scale set instance plate note its location. It should be one of the zones in the target Azure region. So while it's running, I can also go over here and let's see what is the location. So that's the zone 1. Let's just copy this one, and again I'm gonna save this one over here, and this is for this particular machine, so I'm saved that information as well. So let's go back, return to the instances plate, click the entry representing the second one and note its location. Okay, let's go back to the instances, go to the next one. By the way, the upgrade was successful and that's what it just showed in our notification bar. Here let's copy that instance and just save it for future reference if we ever need it. So first one was deployed in zone 1, the second one is deployed in zone 3, and let's copy the instance name as well and save it in our notepad. Alright, so return to the first instance plate and click on scaling. So let's go back to instance, the first instance, and we want to look at scaling. Where is our scaling? Okay, so on the scaling blade select the custom auto scale option, and we're gonna assign this. So on the scaling blade we're gonna select the custom auto scale, not the manual. We're gonna do the custom auto scale, and scale mode is scale based on a metric. So auto scale based on a metric, this is already selected. And then click the add a rule link, and on the scale rule blade, so add a rule, so click on that one. On this blade, what I'm gonna do, metric source, current resource. Okay, metric source is already selected. Time aggregation is maximum from average to maximum. Then metric namespace is virtual machine host. Let's see, virtual machine host is already selected. Metric name is network in total. Metric name, I want network in total. Where is network in total? Network in total. And then operator is greater than. Here I have equals to, but I need I don't have a greater than here. Is this greater than? No, it's not equal to. Alright, let's see. Network in total. Matrix threshold is triggered. Network in total. So this is not giving me the option that I want. It's just saying VM name equals, so that's giving me some trouble. So let's copy this one. Operator duration 1. Let's try a test operator. If I put it here, it's not in here, not in here. Here. Operator is down there. Okay. So here greater than, and what I need to do, greater than 10. So let's specify 10. Duration in minutes in 1, and time grain statistics is maximum. Time grain statistics to set to maximum. Operation increase count by. So operation increase count by 1 is fine. Cooldown minutes is fine. So obviously these values do not represent a realistic configuration. Their purpose is to trigger auto scaling as soon as possible without extended wait period. Okay, so that's all we have done, and I think that's all. So just click add. So we have now assigned a rule, and now I can save this particular configuration. Okay, in the Azure portal, open the Cloud Shell and go to PowerShell. On the PowerShell, run this following to identify the public IP address of the load balancer. So let's do that. So we have saved this. Let's open our PowerShell. If it takes time, a lot of times what you need to do, just close this one. Sorry, close. It's not even showing me where it is. You depress say leave page and click the button again, and that will reopen your Cloud Shell. Most likely you will have something. Yeah, there we go. So in this one, we are gonna run this command to get the public IP address of our resource. So paste all of that, hit enter, and this one should give me the public IP address. From the Cloud Shell pane, run the following to start, and infinite loop, that's sensitive request to the website hosted. Okay. So this is really going to cause constantly that particular web server is going to be affected. Minimize the Cloud Shell pane, but do not close it, so you're always hitting. Switch back to that instance blade and monitor the number of instances. So let's go back back to the instances blade. So instances blade, and hit the number of instances. Note you might need to wait a couple of minutes and then click refresh. So I'm just gonna wait and hit on refresh. So what's happening, we just hitting our web servers constantly with that command that we just ran. So because we have a load balancer, and load balancer will be distributing this load, and our rules that we have created, we should see some more instances showing up automatically, and that's what it's asking us to wait and check. So let's see if I have any more. I'm not gonna do it for very long. If nothing is happening, we'll probably still end the video in couple minutes. So let's see what else is asking. Once the third instance is provisioned, navigate to its blade, determine its location. So it looks like if you okay, we're expecting at least one more instance, but we just have to make sure that we're hitting our web server, our load balancer pretty hard to make this happen. So I can possibly pause the video, but just let's look at this one. So once this, you have seen this third instance to show up, we'll close the Cloud Shell, and here we have some more tasks in here to add some new disk. Not a whole lot of tasks. Okay, so what we will do as we're waiting, we're gonna clean up some resources. Okay, so this is still running. That's still running. Okay, so let it run. Let's open up another window, and we have created two separate resource groups for the lab. And in the first resource group, I have resources that are pretty expensive. So let's go to the resource groups, and for this lab we have the RG01. This resource group we are not using anymore, so just let's get rid of it, and that's something you should also know how to do this. Let's do that and make sure there are no virtual machine scale sets, so we are not affecting that. So I'm just going to delete this, so that will at least delete. So in the first lab we had one virtual machine, and then we used the virtual machine to deploy the another one using the template, and they're running, they're both costing us a lot of money. So let's go back and see. This is not happening, so we are really not hitting that server as hard as we should be, because this is still going on. It said it may take at least 5 minutes, so this is 3:01, and I'm gonna wait maybe till 3:04 and see if I have another instance available or not. If not, actually, you know what, as this is running, actually I'm gonna just stay on this page and refresh here. We can continue with the remaining task while it's still running, most likely. So let's see, where are we? So we are over here on the disk and add data disk. So let's go to the go back to our virtual machine scale set. While this is still happening, we're going to go to this virtual machine scale set, and we're gonna go click on disk, and the disk should be here, and we're gonna add a disk. So we'll just continue with the remaining part of the work. And a LUN 0 size 32 standard HDD, LUN 0 size 32. What else? Standard HDD is good, host caching is none, so that's all good. Save the change, so save this change, that's all good. Save the change in the settings section. Select the check boxes next to the two instances of the virtual machine set and click upgrade. So let's come on over here and refresh it. So it's still not working. Okay, anyway, so over here where we want to go, we want to go back to the virtual machine scale set, and instances is where we want to go back to instances. and select both of them and click on upgrade and yes. Okay, let me make sure. So the first one is where we have changed VM0 and we went back to, that's good, that's alright. So in the settings section of the EasyBlade, click on extension, customs extension. So here now we can go back to the extensions and extensions and that upgrade is also happened just fine, and time to time I'm just gonna see if I have a third machine. I still don't have any, and so in this one now I'm gonna uninstall my custom script extension from here. So I'm gonna click the uninstall, so it's gonna uninstall the extension. Now in the Azure portal, open the Azure Cloud Shell by clicking the icon and go to PowerShell. Then it's asking us to upload another file, so let's get that file first. So let's go to instructions or go back over here and go to the lab files. Under lab file, this is lab 8 and this is the VMSS PS1. Let me make sure, disks.ps1. so this is not it, no, disk.ps1, this is the right one. So hit raw save pages, so it's over here, that's good. So let's come over here, where am I? Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so here what we want to do, we want to go to the PowerShell from event. Let's check one more time if I have another third instance. It's still not there, so I'm going to open up another instance of Cloud Shell over here. Let's see what's going on, if it's going to give me a new one or it's still showing the same thing. Alright, I have a fresh one, so we can do stuff in here. So from here I need to upload that file, so click on, all these should be pretty obvious to you because we have uploaded these kind of files a lot. So here we just uploaded that file that we downloaded, and now we're gonna set the location and we are gonna run these two commands. So there we go. Note the script installs a custom script extension that configures to the attached disk. From the Cloud Shell pane, run the following extension. Okay, so now come on, I'm gonna run this script, and this script should take care of the installing and configuring the disk for our virtual machine. And close the Cloud Shell. In the settings section, click on instances, select the checkbox. So once this is done, we will have to do the same thing, go back to the virtual machine scale sheet, go back to our instances, and again select your instances and you click on upgrade and hit yes. For the very last time, I'm gonna see if I have a third instance, and it's still not. So whatever web request we are sending through this lab is not enough for our load balancer to create a third instance for us. So you may be lucky, you may see a third one. If you do, excellent, good work. If not, don't worry about it, just finish your lab and good luck. So I think at this time we have completed every single steps for this particular lab as well. So at the end we should get rid of all of the resources. So I think I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna go back over here and I'm gonna close this, and I'll say no, we're not gonna see that particular item in here. So from here, since I'm pretty happy, I'm just gonna show you what resource group is still available. It looks like RG1 is still, we started the deletion, So it says that its provisioning state is deleting. That means we are already deleting that one, and this one RJ02 is still available, and we want to delete that group as well because that is costing a lot of money. So we'll copy that one, and get is a resource group, so it's going to pass those two resource group to the remove Azure resource group command, and it's going to force delete, and it's going to run it in the background. That's what the as job thing does. So there we go. Now I hit enter, and that is the end of this lab. So thank you for staying with me. So in this series we have really completed all of these sections plus a lab 7 or task 7. Please go back and review any of the previous videos if you have any trouble. We have completed all of the sections, and you should be able to follow what I did if you are stuck in any place. Again, good luck with the exam. Thank you. Spend enough time, multiple times, to do this exercise if you can. And if you like the video, like the video, subscribe, share, and good luck with the exam. Thank you.